Good morning and welcome back. So, how are you doing so far? I know it's more fun to have these lessons at class, but we will manage till we get over this safely, inshallah. Right? In the past few days, we have been learning about the wonders of the United Kingdom. And today, inshallah, we have one of the most wonderful places ever. Have I got you curious yet? Yes, it's called Stonehenge. Take a look.
There are a lot of people who come here week after week after week and they just simply sit and look at the stones or stand and look at the stones. There is most definitely a magic about them.
Did you like it? I hope so. Okay, let's listen to the paragraph. Please get your student book and follow me.
Stonehenge. Situated on Salisbury Plain in the county of Wiltshire, Stonehenge is a prehistoric monument. It is a circle of large standing stones. It was begun around 5,500 years ago and added to over a 2,000-year period. We know that it was being used initially as a burial site, but what other uses it had remain a mystery. Just as puzzling is how the bluestone, sarsen and Welsh sandstone were carried over colossal distances to the site. As well as Stonehenge itself, the area has a number of other important prehistoric sites. It covers an area of 800 hectares and became a World Heritage Site in 1986. It will continue to be visited and studied for many years to come. Plans are being drawn up to provide a new visitors centre 2.5 kilometres from the standing stones.
Now, let's analyze this paragraph little by little and be willing to understand everything about it, okay? Situated means located, and we're talking about what? About Stonehenge. Salisbury Plain County, this is a name of a place. I'll explain it in a moment. But county means a region that has its own local government. So it's somehow locally independent. It has its own government, but it's a part of the United Kingdom at the same time, okay? Okay, it's prehistoric, and you know what I mean of prehistoric because we've already learned that, and it means before history was written, right? Okay, monument means a structure that is built in a public place or a very important structure in a place. It is a circle of large standing stones. Let's see what all these mean. Okay. First of all, situated in a Salisbury Plain county of Wiltshire. Okay, so this is the map of England. And do you see this green dot over here? This says Wiltshire, okay? This Wiltshire is independent somehow. So it has an independent government. Okay, let's look closer at Wiltshire. Here it is. Look over here. What do you see? Salisbury. Yes, this is the place where Stonehenge, if you can see it over here, is located. So do you understand the first sentence? Good. Okay, so it's a prehistoric monument. It was built or formed really in the past. I'll explain it in a moment, okay? And this is how we imagine it looked like when they built it in the past. But this is how it actually looks like nowadays, okay? So it's circle, that's how it was, as a circle of large, it's huge. Look at this human being and look at this rock or this stone. Can you see the difference? It's so huge. It's unbelievable how human being can build such things, right? Okay, so it's a circle of large standing stones, and they are standing firmly on the ground, okay? And they have been standing there for thousands of years, okay? So this is how they look like nowadays. These are the remaining stones. Okay. Now when we say Stonehenge is prehistoric, like how much exactly? Okay. It was begun around 5,500 years ago and added over a 2,000-year period. What does that mean? Okay. This is the timeline, and here we are in 2020. Okay, this is the present. If we go back in time, how much? 5,500 years ago, let's do the math. We will be in the year of 3,400 BC. BC means before Christian. So, this is what means that it began around 5,500 years ago. So, they started building or forming Stonehenge at this year. Okay, and they continued working on it for 2,000 years. They have been adding stones until they got it complete in the year of 1,400 BC. Okay, so do you understand now? I hope so. Now, for the second paragraph, we know that it was being used initially as a burial site. What do you mean of initially? It means it's an adverb that means at the beginning, okay? So what was it used for at the beginning? As a burial site. And you know what I mean of burial sites because we've discussed this in Unit 7. It means that when you dig the ground and put something there and hide it, or dig a grave for a person and bury them there. So it's either you hide something in the ground, something valuable, or some people. Okay, but what other uses it had remain a mystery. Okay, so we don't know what were the other uses for Stonehenge, but we know that it was used as a burial site at some point in the past. And what does the word mystery means? Means something unclear, something that we don't know what that is. Okay, as for the burial site, you must have noticed it in the video, and it looks like this. Okay, look over here. This is a burial mound in Stonehenge, and there are plenty of them around Stonehenge itself. Okay, shall we continue? Do you understand? Good. Just as puzzling means confusing. It means that it's not that what was it used for is a mystery or confusing or unknown, but it's also the most thing that is puzzling or confusing or make you wonder is how the bluestone, sarsen and Welsh sandstone were carried over colossal distances to the site. Let's explain the words and then I'll explain what this sentence means. Okay, carried over means to move something. To carry something is a phrasal verb that means to move something from one place to another, or to keep something from one era to another. Okay, colossal means extremely great or large, it means that is a very large distance. Look at these stones. Do you think a man can hold this stone? Look at the people over here. They are so small compared to this, right? So can a man hold this? No, it's not possible. We might need 100 men to hold one stone. Okay, so the most puzzling part is how could they move these kind of stones to a very, very high and long distance to form this Stonehenge. So it's really puzzling that these blue stones, you saw their color, okay? These blue stones, blue stones, sarsen and Welsh sandstones, all of them are types of stones, okay? Names of types of stones. And all of these stones are very heavy, very huge, okay? So it's really interesting how people at that time, with no technology at all, were able to move these huge rocks into this very colossal distances. Okay, continue. Stonehenge, as well as Stonehenge itself, the area has a number of other important prehistoric sites. Okay, look at this picture. Here is Stonehenge at this place, and you can also see here we have the avenue, and here we have Durrington walls. It has a Neolithic cow bones found from prehistory. We have Larkhell, okay? We have a river, the River Avon here, okay? All these sites, and if you can look over here at this map again, here is Stonehenge, but you can also see that Wiltshire is full of prehistoric and interesting buildings and palaces and all kind of amazing stuff, okay? So that's what these two lines mean, okay? It here refers to Stonehenge itself. It covers an area of 800 hectares and became a World Heritage Site in 1986. What does that mean? It means it extends on 800 hectares. Okay, the hectares is a unit for measuring an area of land, and if we want to change it into square kilometers, it would be 8 square kilometers. And nowadays it became a World Heritage Site in 1986. A World Heritage Site is a phrase that means a place that has a lot of historical importance and is officially not allowed to be changed or damaged. So the governments, the nations protect Stonehenge. They don't allow anyone to change it, or to damage it, or to do anything in it. So it's protected, and that's what it means to be a World Heritage Site. Okay. It will continue to be visited and studied for many years to come because it's a mystery. It's interesting. People will keep visiting it and study it. Plans are being drawn up. Drawn up means written or prepared to provide a new visitors center. Well, in English we write center with ER, but your book has written it in French, say centre. And center here means a complex of buildings, okay, to help tourists Stay. Okay, I'll read the sentence and then explain it. Plans are being drawn up to provide a new visitors center 2.5 kilometers from the standing stones. So they are planning to make this centre or complex for the tourists. It must have everything that a tourist might need, like a hotel, a place to stay, a parking lot, and an inconvenient store or something. A bus stop. So everything a tourist might need could find in this center. So it would be easier for tourists to come to the area and stay and visit all the prehistoric interesting places in the area. Do you have any questions? I hope that you do understand everything about this paragraph. Now, for the questions, please answer the 2 questions in your booklet at page 17, and then answer these 3 questions, these 3 extra questions on your notebook. Find from the text a reflexive pronoun, find a sentence formed in passive voice, and find the antonym of clear or understood. Okay, the antonym. You have to know what that means first. Okay, if you need more help, please check your student book at page 88 or your booklet at page 16. You will find there some of the English meanings. Please find their meanings in Arabic and contact me. Send me your homeworks and contact me on my number or on my Instagram, any way that you like. And take care of yourself. I hope to hear your feedback as soon as possible. Thank you very much. This is Teacher Samah, wishing you the best of luck.